So it's the dawning of a new season, and that means we're doing a transfer special today. Hit like and subscribe. Let's go live the dream. What's up, guys? ChasingLamely here, and today we are doing episode number 70, I believe, off the top of my head, of Living the Dream. And it's going to be a transfer special. There'll be no football in today's episode, but we're going to go through the new signings. I'm not going to go through all the new signings because I've made 58 of them. But I'll go through the guys who are going to feature and we'll see who's left, because that's probably the fastest way of doing it. So stick around, let's get that done. So I've turned the camera off while I go through this because, as we've learned in the past, that means that you can actually see the list of names, and that's probably the fastest way of going through this because, like I said, a lot of players have come in. I'll go through the people you need to know in detail, but there's been a few signings. So Kevin Charles joins us from Forest Green. Gareth John Farder joins us from Concord Rangers for 10,250. Then Jermaine Johnson from Chelsea on a free. Sam Wilkinson from Sunderland on 8 for 88,000. I'll get my words out properly eventually. Anas Al-Zubi from Shabab Ordon on a free. Luis Alpizar from Saprissa. Ibrahim Al-Anezi from Al-Shabab. Abdullah Al-Nassar from Salmiya. Andy Taylor from Osnabrück. Mario Teixeira from All Boys. Edwin Odada from Gor Mahia. Yasser Al-Dosari from Al-Qadsiya, I think that's pronounced. Julio Morales from Suchipiquez. Rafael Pereira from Valencia B. Sami Al-Muteri from Al-Faisali in Saudi Arabia. Ray Bowers has joined us from Man United. Kevon Ricketts from Doncaster. Michael Kalenga from Cambo. Jordan Legall from Milan. Jonathan Federico from San Lorenzo, Rodolfo Filippini from All Boys, Oscar Butella from Rosario Central, Alexander Shamsiev from Olympic Donetsk, there we go, Yves Magola from Osnabrück, Sergio Quattrodecimo from Monopoly. We've signed Augusto Enrique from Tempoli, Kus de Reuter from Inter, Daryl Vidal Bondal from Juventus, Roberto Vimersati from Belgrano, Joan Romero from Beerschot VA, Sergio Sanchez from Real Madrid, Franco Figueroa from Vélez, Leandro Umeres from Racing Club, Mikhail Hofmeister from Hannover 96, Ivan Montenaro from Estudiantes, Renato Cappa from Sportivo Italiano, Pablo Mendoza from Gimnasia. We've signed Martin Silva from Aldosivi. Dion Brands from Inter. Salif Boli from Lazio. There's a lot of big clubs we've signed players from. Noah Morosek from Borussia Dortmund. Ilyas Wiebel from Lyon. We've signed Federico Cellini from Roma. Oriol Rude from Girona. Joseba Urselai from Santander. There's a lot of names I have to learn to pronounce here properly. Ulises Fernandez from Defensa y Justicia. Hamid Halamia from Milan. Chris Saint-Fiat from KV Mechelen. Rob Neutink from Napoli. Rodrigo Ferreira from Atalanta. Kevin Bauer from Hanover. Giuseppe Taranto from Salernitana. Jan Schulte from Eupen. Michael Baga from Sonderjyski, Corrado Ramazzina from Genoa, Pacifico Recciuti from Spezia, Jose Manuel Bueno from Almagro, and Martin Becerra from Gilava for 35,500. Those are the outs. I'll go through the ones that will feature this season in detail in just a moment. We'll look at the outs as well. Few players are on loan. They're still part of the club, so we'll still have them around. I'll tell you if I sell them. Taylor Griffith left us for Crystal Palace for £350,000. 19-year-old striker, had some potential, but was never really developing as an advanced forward, so we sold him on, and it was a pretty strong deal, to be honest. I think he'll get released by them sooner or later anyway. Amara Kanate left us on a free for Lincoln of Gibraltar, and we've got Hyam Kokorum left us for AIK on a free. He never had a chance of making it. And it will show us that he was just never going to get there. We have also had some offers coming in. I'll go through the offers coming in as well. Let's look at the outs. So we have had offers for a few players on loan, which you expect. Perry Cox on a contract in a contract negotiation with Newcastle for 2.6 million. Our backup goalkeeper. I couldn't turn down 2.6 million for a keeper who's not as good as the guy we've had between the sticks this entire time. And I think there's another big signing, or another big sale on, but I forget. I've turned down a lot of big offers over the summer for a lot of big players. It doesn't matter. Let's just show you the players who will probably feature this season. So the first one, I don't think I mentioned him on the list just now. I think I must have signed this guy at the end of the season. He didn't show up on that list. It's fine. It's Peter Phillips. He comes in from Aston Villa. He is a central midfielder naturally. He plays as a DM, a wing back, and as a right winger, a proper right winger. But he's going to be coming in mostly to play in that central midfield for us. 2.5 stars current ability, potentially 4.5 star ability. His coach report is pretty good. I would expect him to feature quite heavily this season. He's operating on Vanarama national level, but he's actually, you can see, our 7th best central midfielder. And some of these guys, I mean, Darius Kerrigan mostly plays on the right, so he will bump up that list a little bit. So he's our first big signing you need to be aware of. Another end of season signing that I forgot. It's weird that it splits the windows on the transfer screen. It's fine. I'll get used to it one day. It's only been a few hundred years I've been playing this game. Elaine Bradshaw signed for us from Barry Town. He came in on a free at the end of his contract. He's a centre half, a pretty decent-ish looking one, good potential, 4 potentially 5-star potential. He's our 9th best centre half, but of the guys above him, guys like Noah Mroshek doesn't have a work permit, so he can't play. And if I rotate the squad, he'll get a chance. The next guy I expect to feature at least a few times this season is this guy, Sergio Sanchez. We signed him from Real Madrid on a free, and his coach report, I mean, he's our 20th best striker, but I like this guy. I think I'm going to give him a few chances this season, so don't be surprised if he appears. And the final guy I'm going to highlight for you, because he'll probably play a few games, is Michael Sant. I signed him on a free this season from Brighton. Central midfielder or a right back, and those are both places where we rotate quite a lot, so I'd expect him to get some game time. Looks like a really good prospect, 4.5 star potential ability. There are a lot of others. In fact, I'll show you the squad screen so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm working with. There's a lot of these players I've signed don't have work permits. I've sent a few out on loan already. I'm still trying to send a few out on loan to get them somewhere they can get themselves a work permit. A lot of these signings didn't get work permits, but you can see big potential on the vast majority of them. I signed a lot of these blind, actually. I didn't even scout, though. I just saw they were big clubs and thought I'd give them a go. But yeah, a lot of players who just don't have work permits, who we're going to try and get on loan and try and get work permits for. We've got as many out of them on loan as we possibly can at the moment. I'm not saying we won't manage to get more out on loan, but, you know, sometimes the loan market is funny. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get them out for a work permit and that'll be job done. But I think we're probably just going to wrap up our transfer special there. We will come back on Friday for the Derby game. I'm going to record that in just a second. Just so you guys are aware, from this point on, I'm going to start moving through the series a bit more rapidly. We're just going to play the first game in every month, even when they're uneven, weird months like this. We're gonna play the first game in every month for the rest of the season. That's kind of my plan. We made it the FA Cup third round instead of the West Brom game because we've never done an FA Cup first round before. But yeah, that's my plan. First game of every month, just so we can move through things quicker. I'm very aware the new game is about 4 months away. And if we're going to win the league with Harchester United, we are going to need to start getting a march on. So, thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on the socials below. I'm on Twitter, Insta, and Patreon at ChasingLamely. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe because that's good for you, me, and the channel. Magic Graphic will remind you to subscribe, ring the bell, select all notifications. If you do that, you'll find out when I go live with things like the FA Cup, and there's various things coming up. Anyways, in the meantime, I have as always been ChasingLamely. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one.